Soundtrack on that.
Oh, that was whack.
Come on. Nah. That's one.
That's one.
No.
Nah. Ooh, one more.
Yeah,
I'll take that one.
I'll
I'll take that one.
That's all good. That's all good. That was a little better.
Nope.
Nah. All right, that was
Damn, we trying too
They
hard.
didn't see this one. They did not see this one.
Wait.
That was it. I wouldn't be satisfied with that.
What?
I would take that. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
That's the first time. It's all right. Okay. All right. Welcome to a very special episode of 7498. In fact, it's actually 7493, 94, 98.
That's what's up.
So as always, I'll pass to 74 to introduce himself.
I am 74. I have the distinct pleasure of being, the dad of 3 wonderful men.
He already about to start crying.
And it's dope. So that's what's up. All right, go ahead.
I might too, honestly.
See?
Mr. 93.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm honestly just happy to be here, man. There ain't nothing like spending time, you know what I'm saying, with your OG, your dad, and you know what I'm saying, it's your brothers, man. It's a special moment, man.
Right.
Special moment in history, man.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I'm 94, just out here making it happen. Feels good to be home.
Always.
Chopping up with my people.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see smiling faces.
Real talk.
It's good, man. It's a good time.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
So, normally the narrator kind of jumps in with the topics, but I think it's cool to start and just say, man, so we're here for a very special occasion. You know what I mean?
We are.
Tomorrow getting married and man, you know what I mean?
It's happening.
So-
That's wild. It's happening.
So today's topics may be all over the place, but they always will end in the right spot, which is, with something to think about, something to talk about. So yeah, man. So
Something to talk about, man. All of us have lived multiple lives, I think, at this point. I feel like there are multiple eras that each of us have lived. Some more than others, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
You being the elder statesman and just being ultimately multiple people. In the Anthony
multiple
era,
people,
the Tony era,
wow, yeah,
the Anthony Part 2 era, the Tony Part 2 era. So that let's break down the eras of our existence. If we can just drop as many photos as possible of who we've been.
Right.
That's what we'll talk about. That'll be the starting topic. So, Pop, where have you been? Who have you been?
Oh man,
And you don't have to take us all the way back.
No, I won't go too deep because, like I said, man, we time crunching. But no, man, I have been confused. I've been lost.
Yeah, all right.
I've been shipwrecked. I've been a lot of places.
Man, this sounds like spiritual, man.
No, well, it could be, right? No, but man, I think I've been more of all of those things, man. It's when you talk about seasons of life, we've talked about that before.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's seasons to things where you are, right?
Yeah.
So if I can lay a template for everybody to try to make it easy, there's seasons and parts of your life where you look back and go, that wasn't so good. This is where I learned to grow up, and this is where I am, and then where I'm headed, right?
Right. Yeah.
But for me, man, the seasons that I, like I said, man, is to where when C was born, you know what I mean, in 93, young, knuckleheaded, immature, you know what I mean? I mean, just to be perfectly honest,
you were
right?
a kid.
And I was a kid, you know what I mean? Yeah, I was a kid. But at the same time, you know what I mean? It's just like to when, Aunt, again, what do they call it? They're twins. What do they
Irish
call
twins,
it?
yeah.
They're Irish twins.
I was twins.
I was twins. They're Irish twins. They're Irish twins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was that same thing, kind of that same uphill swing and just the battle of it,
Mm-hmm.
and becoming, a better dad, trying to figure stuff out, C being, excelling in sports and in his life and those kind of things, and those things coming back to fruition, being there. Then by the time you came along, those seasons again, man, it's just seasons of growing up, right? It's just like, man, there was a lot of flats along the way, you know what I mean? But I had a lot of blessings to go with that. But it's like, you know, I think I'm kind of a long story, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
With mine, so it's just like I'll just go from immature to finding myself to a place where it was just like asking God to bring this to fruition. So this in itself for me is paramount. You know what I mean? So that second season of that baby girl, you know, marriage, getting married, soon to be married, you know what I mean? It's different, right? So
it is.
Young dad to grandfather, I think it kind of speaks for itself. And in the prayers that have brought this tight knit, you know what I mean, kind of battlefront of watching Lions now.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Hey, well said. Well said. You know, that I feel like that's more of the think about. You went pretty in depth, honestly.
Sorry.
Never apologize.
My bad.
Never apologize for that. I was thinking pretty surface level, to be honest with you.
I don't think I have that
Is
level
that not
anymore.
possible?
It's a new season.
I
That's not possible.
I don't think that's possible. You think about anything, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it's never surface level, especially when it comes to us. You know what I'm saying? I don't think
That's very
everything has a message behind it. And sometimes we got to dig it out of him because we may think it's surface level, and he's like, "That's not what I sent you." And we like,
That is really accurate.
you're like, "Oh, wait, well, explain it, man. Like, what you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, okay, we get the message now."
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Yeah. In succession, what has been the progression?
You know what's crazy, man, is I was talking to my wife about this the other day, actually.
Yeah.
I think that I lived a parallel life
Yeah.
to dad just without kids.
Interesting.
And I think Ant probably can contest this too, but just ultimately I won't go into depth also, but, you know, just kind of those same windy turns, back corners and things of that nature, and then being like, okay, wait, this ain't the way. So let me kind of flip it and kind of go this opposite direction, kind of see where that takes me. Oh, that don't work either. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? So kind of just finding your way through, stumbling, you know what I'm saying? And then obviously to where we are today, man, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy kind of how everything just kind of comes full circle, you know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing ultimately is I think after everything is open communication, man. Just being able to talk, you know what I'm saying? Because as men, we know, like, you know, a closed book. Like, nah, I don't want to talk. It's all right.
Yeah.
I'll cool. I'll thug it. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, nah, bro, like, talk to me. Like, let's talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
so,
real. When do you think that realization was for you?
when I called, I ain't told y'all this, but you know what I'm saying? I called Pops crying one day, bro. I think when I first had Alexa, or was it like a year and a half in?
I think it was 6 months, maybe 6.
Yeah, I was
7 months
going through it, bro. I was just nervous, bro. Like, you feel me? It's always just been me. It's always just been my wife. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know what to do, no baby. I ain't have no kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I don't know how to be no husband, bro. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I know how to be me and be a man. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how to run a household. You feel me? I don't know how to strap up my boots from that perspective. You feel me? So I think that's when I kind of was like, all right, I gotta tap in with him. Like, I gotta call that. We gotta have a conversation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that's when I'm 30. I was 29. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think we grown, but then it's like, okay, nah, not really. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, about a year and a half ago.
That's real, man.
Yeah.
That's real. What's the word, Ant?
I mean, I think more specifically for me it would be, as far as tracking like how many different lives I've had. I've been moving a lot since like 21. Yeah. From going to the Navy to then coming back home to then now being located in Florida. I think I kind of track it in those phases.
Locations.
It's easier to put it that way because every time I leave, I reflect back on what happened there, and it's been more bad than good. But there's always been like one really good that comes out of that situation. So it's kind of just been building the good, and right now there's no bad. So it's it kind of built my foundation on how to recover because I can recover.
That's dope.
I can recover like that. Like there's not a lot that stresses me out anymore.
That's good.
So I could kind of put it to that. I feel like that built me up the most. Experience.
Yeah.
But besides that, but then tapping in with Dad and realizing that my story is really not different.
Yeah.
It's just different location, different names.
Yeah, different players.
Different
players, location.
Different brick wall. Do I want to climb this brick wall? Do I want to run through it? Do I turn around?
It's real life.
Same thing. But yeah. That's just really what it is. Figuring it out as you go.
Yeah.
Sure. I feel like that's already it. Like we've covered so much. Yeah, we've already covered so much. Yeah, man. That's,
what about
that's
you,
real.
Man?
I know yours.
Yeah, you completely like you're like polar opposites.
To a degree
of us.
To a degree.
For an aspect, you know what I'm saying? Like,
to a degree. Yeah, I had my seasons. I had my eras. I had my missteps. I would say. Yeah. That's the best word I have. You know, I think like one thing that like the common thread is the fact that we're all just handsome. You think I'm joking? Like with that privilege though.
Hey, you saying we got handsome privilege,
bro? With that privilege comes a great responsibility, and we have been in the company of harlots, so to speak.
Okay. Like
so that.
He's going somewhere.
Yeah. He's going somewhere. In and of itself, I'd say, is something that has entrapped us all in a way. That's been a vice, not necessarily a vice, isn't an addiction, but my only issue was finding my way. Because, like, honestly, I'm grateful to say, like, school is pretty easy. Yeah, everything else is pretty easy. I was just kind of like, I'm just existing, but finding the quote unquote one, like finding the woman for me, like that was like what was hard. I say that now, I'm like 26. Like I'm very young, like in the grand scheme of things, which is great. I'm grateful for that too. But yeah, I had to wade through some murky waters to find the one, to find my now wife. Yeah, it's already happened. We signed the certificate, but we're not like wedded, so to speak. We haven't had the wedding. We will. We did. By the time this comes out, this is gonna come out in like December or something. It's gonna be a minute.
Damn, dog. We gotta wait a whole year, dog. Y'all gotta wait a whole year.
Hopefully before then. You know they gonna be like, bruh, edit. What are you doing? Because you know they gonna want to see it.
Yeah, we get. I'll drop the text in of y'all asking when it's gonna drop, and then it's gonna drop.
That's yeah. All right. Okay.
Yeah. However, I say all that to say, like the biggest hurdle for me was balancing what my confidence in myself was versus compensation. And so in the times when I felt like I lacked something from myself that only I could provide myself, I was searching for it in
other avenues. And
yes. Yeah. And within that process, hurt people and hurt myself the most, but ended up all right. Ended up on the other side of it. So with that, I'd say there's not as much like, because I did have the fear, like I did someone wrong. Now something bad is going to happen to me because of that. And sure, we reap what we sow, but I also had to come to understand that when I operate from a place of not purposely being malicious,
right,
then it should be all right. Like, and even if something bad does happen, I can't say like, oh yeah, that's because I did homegirl wrong back in 2017. Like, that's not how life works. That's not how life works. But I thought that was how it worked, honestly. But that's not it at all. And
no, that's not how it works. Yeah, that's definitely not how it works. And I mean, I think in that, I believe, coming out on the other side of that, if you knew what you knew now, for all of you, right? If you knew what you know now, what is the one thing, or what would be a piece of advice that you would tell, a young a young Ant, what would you tell yourself? What would you tell yourselves like today? If you could look back, what would you tell yourself?
I don't know if I would change anything, but I would probably tell myself, my younger self, that either the party's always going to be there, or just slow down. Because I was doing too much.
Right.
I was doing too much. I was hosting parties that I wasn't even at.
Now that's a bar. That's a bar.
I was doing too much. There was parties at my crib that I would come back home to.
Wow.
Yeah. So I was doing too much. I was moving way too wrong. But so I would just probably tell myself to slow down.
Right. Right. No more FOMO. Huh?
Yeah. But I would honestly wouldn't change anything. The path that I built, I'm comfortable with it. Now I'm at a point to now where I'm comfortable with it. So I wouldn't tell myself to change anything. It would just be, you're lucky.
Oh, that's
you're lucky. You got lucky. Stop.
That's
Chill out,
life.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's great answer. Great answer.
I think that's kind of like a mine is kind of parallel to that. I would say I would tell myself to stay a kid because I think I was doing a lot of grown things that I shouldn't have been doing. Whether that was
that's true.
Smoking weed, having sex.
That's true. Oh God.
Doing things that grown folks should only be doing. And I think I would go back and tell myself, like, yo, it's cool to be a kid. It's cool to be a teenager. You know what I'm saying? Like, stay in a child's place. And it's weird when your parents tell you that and you're like, I ain't no kid. I'm 16. It's like, no, like, seriously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because then you don't realize it until you kind of backtrack. We don't realize it. We don't realize it's trauma until you move certain ways in certain situations around people or in areas or with the opposite sex or around other, you know what I'm saying, in large groups of parties, you know what I'm saying? You don't realize like, oh, damn,
and then something creeps in.
Yeah, like, am I tripping? Like, why am I like this? You know, so.
Wow, that's real.
So I think telling myself like, yo, like, stay in a child's place, man. Like, stay where you at.
Right.
You 10, be 10. You 12, be 12. You feel me? You 13, be 13. You 16, be 16.
Right.
Yeah.
Adulthood comes, as we know. So,
yeah.
Dang, that's real.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
What would I tell my younger self? Honestly, just like relax. Like that would be literally it. I was a pretty uptight. I would be just uptight for no reason.
I used to want to fight your anxiety.
You fight your anxiety? You want to fight his anxiety?
Like, come on.
Give it to me. Give it to me.
Yeah. Like it's okay. Like I was content with, being an introvert, being to myself, but like for whatever reason, I did too much up here that kept me from doing what I really wanted to do. And when I think back, I'm like, I wouldn't change anything, but I would just tell him, relax. Like it's literally going to be okay.
Right.
Like whether or not you feel that right now, that's okay. But use that anxiety as motivation for something else. Like don't just channel that to only I need to like channel that energy into just like reading or draw something. Like have a better outlet than thinking that there's something wrong with you. There isn't. And like if there is, then welcome to the club of 7 billion. Like that's humanity. So like relax. Relax. Yeah.
Wow. Man, I would tell myself, stop living in your own head. You know what I mean? Because, and that's something, and he growled because it's like, we've had these conversations, but he growled because it's just like, that's the most dangerous place for a man to live is in his own head. Right?
Yeah.
You got to live outside of that. And to give an example, every idea sounds great until you actually do it. And you'd be like, why am I up here?
Yeah.
Like literally, like I built this thing and I forgot the foundation and everything is crumbling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's best to get it out and have someone to talk to and have an outlet and be able to say, man, this is what happened, or even now it's just like, being able to talk. I think touched on it a little bit ago. You know what I mean? Being able to communicate. Because we isolate ourselves and think that we're the only one going through that. But as soon as each one of y'all have ever said something to me, I'm like, oh yeah, you're not alone in that. Yeah. Like you just said, welcome to 7 billion. We all have that thing in common, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But just being able to just don't live in your head, because that was the thing. And that was my biggest hiccup, you know, as a dad, you know, and you guys will realize that too one day. You know what I mean? Your babies are young right now. Yours not here yet. But to that degree, you just go, I'm not raising myself. So when y'all do finally have that boy, don't look at him and go, nah, you ain't going to be like me. He's not going to be like you because you're not the old you.
No, that's real life.
You know what I mean? You're not who you are. And like you said, you know how to run through brick walls as well as go over them. You can tell your son, don't even have a wall. You know what I mean? There is no wall, son. Just go. You know what I mean? So for me, it would be don't live inside your own head, because I did a lot of like living in my own head, made decisions that I thank God that didn't wreck you guys, as well as even wreck my own relationship and wreck, you know, the things that God had in store. You know what I mean? So that would be the thing. Yeah, don't live in your own head. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, sometimes it's best to go, is this a good idea? And have somebody go, nah, I've done that with all y'all. Y'all think I should pop? Nah, man, don't do that. No. Don't do that. You know what I mean? And I knew before I asked, but sometimes you like,
you gotta hear somebody else say.
Yeah, for real. You just gotta get that second voice,
do me a favor. Tell me no before I take this to mom.
Like, am I taking it real?
Yeah. Nah, that's real life, man.
Yeah, man.
So what you think, man? Something to talk about, man.
Yeah, we started with the think about.
We started with the deep stuff first, which is good.
You know that's perfect.
Which is good.
Yeah, something to talk about. We can either revisit previous topics, because I'd be interested to hear what y'all think.
You know what? Yeah, let's do the hoop one.
Yeah,
let's do the hoop.
Yeah, who's your starting five of 90s rappers?
Oh, starting five of 90s rappers.
Who's running point?
Who's running point?
Who's running point for you?
I want to see how close these.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I guess they already know, but I just want to know.
Who's running point, man? My point is gonna be Snoop.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That's
the only reason why I say
a taller point.
The only reason why I say Snoop is because not only like the aura about him, but if you look at anything that Snoop did or had his hands into, it was always real cool, laid back, real facilitated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't too rah. I'm on you. It was like, I'm in my lane. This is how I do it. If you gonna rock, you gonna rock.
Right.
Yeah. So I think so. Snoop will be my point.
So who would you relate his game to? Like, who's actually in the league? A player that any era player that you can think of.
Oh damn. I would have, so this is crazy. I would say Magic, and the only reason why I say Magic
that's good
is because when I think of Magic, I think of, obviously, you know what I'm saying, the dimes and everything else that he was doing, but ultimately like the outside, you know what I'm saying, the aura he had about himself too. Fur coats, walking in, no shirt, girls everywhere. Like, everybody kind of was just heavily attracted to him. And I think that's how Snoop Dogg was and how he is now.
Right.
Yeah.
He still has such relevance.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I feel that.
Definitely.
Magic was the idea for that. Yeah. A taller point.
Yeah.
Taller point.
Yeah, for sure.
And
who's running the point?
You got the one.
I've been thinking this whole time. I like Cube.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Cube. But I'm a heavy West Coast individual.
Yeah.
This probably about to be a lot of West Coast.
Oh, that's what mine was, really.
I like Cube. I probably associate him with like a Gary Payton.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like the correlation.
I like that.
I like the correlation. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay. My shooter is gonna be Tupac.
Gotta be.
It gotta be Tupac.
Gotta be.
And that he would be Allen Iverson essentially. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything about him made you want to learn more about him and where he came from and how he grew up. And like Tupac, he changed the game. Allen Iverson changed the game. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I think that, so that's,
loud, get in your grill, flash, like
my shooter.
Yep.
My shooter. And he gonna go at you. You know what I'm saying? And like you think about Allen Iverson, he was on that 2000 scene. Like who else besides Mutombo was out there like that? Eric Snow, no. McGee, no. Yeah. They had a young Andre Iguodala.
Shout out to Eric Snow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, wherever you're at, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I hope this goes viral for that, man. Y'all didn't do nothing for Allen Iverson, man. I was mad that whole finals, man. But yeah, he going at you. And I was actually watching a podcast with Gilbert Arenas and them, and they was talking about how they was like, there was no way of stopping him, man. We gonna put 5 dudes on you. Mm-hmm. And he's still gonna get his bucket. Yeah. And this is sad to say, like, they tried to kill Tupac every chance they got, and he was like, nigga, I'm still here. So yeah, that is the perfect comparison. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Was that the 2?
Man, I'd probably put Snoop at my 2.
Okay. That makes sense.
But I'd probably use him differently than Chaz. I'd probably use him at like a Klay Thompson.
Okay.
Because Snoop got a lot of hits. And he could really just let that shit ride. Yeah. If he needs to. So I like Snoop.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that.
Yep.
Damn, my 3.
Yeah.
Who
This
am I
one
putting at
gets
the 3?
tricky.
Yeah, man, that is tricky.
Yeah.
Man.
What kind of team are you building now?
I said, I don't even know.
You're like, I gotta look.
Yeah.
My 3. Who am I putting at the 3? I need some. I need an all around. I need an all around kind of guy. Damn, who would my 3rd be, man?
For reference, my 3rd was Fat Lip from the Far Side.
Okay.
I went pretty off kilter.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, that is very.
Yeah,
but that's on brand for you though.
It is.
Damn, who would my 3rd be, man?
Well, you think? I think I'd probably do Method Man.
Method Man.
Ooh,
that's a hard 3.
That's a good 3.
That's a good 3.
That is a hard 3.
I'd probably just pair him with Melo.
That's perfect.
That is perfect.
Yeah, that is on brand.
Yeah. And
Method Man and
you being the hooper, yours is like.
Yeah, you on point with it, man. You were on point with it, man.
I wanted to pair Red, but I'll just go Method.
Yeah, Red is not. Yeah, Red ain't it. I mean, Red is hard, but Method Man is. Yeah, man, you're different.
I like that.
Yeah, that's a good 3.
I like that.
Yeah.
My 3rd. This is gonna be a little weird for y'all though.
Maybe not.
my 3 would be E40.
Oh yeah.
Oh, E40 was
I say 40 water because man, like
that ain't.
I want my 3 to be able to do everything, and 40 water can literally like
he can do anything.
He can do anything.
Yeah, he's a Swiss Army knife.
You feel me? Like
he's a Swiss Army knife.
Everything, everything. The lingo, the beats, like, and the bass so heavily influenced, man. He can switch it up so easily and quickly, man. It's crazy. So 40 water would be my 3rd. Mm-hmm. A good comparison for him, man. So this is gonna be weird also because I mean we're translating to basketball. Even though Draymond is not a 3, I would compare 40 water 3 because he's the glue. Like 40 water is that one that's gonna be like he gonna keep everything straight. Yeah. Right. He also gonna bring you that energy. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be like this is the like you know what I'm saying. He gonna keep the pace going. Right. Yeah. So I think that would be my comparison, even though they don't relay basketball terms.
Yeah.
No, that's actually
pretty good. Because the funniest thing is, if y'all remember, mine was Quick.
Yeah.
And I used Jamal Crawford.
Yeah.
I was always gonna use Quick as my
You know what I mean? There you go. See, that's what I mean. So I'm like, ooh, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's real life.
I like 40 water is Draymond though.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That is a good combo.
What are we at the 4?
Forward.
Yeah. Now we're into our bigs.
Maybe about Shaq Fu.
Shaq
as a rapper? No. Okay.
Shaq was a rapper though.
I tried that. Like
he was a rapper though. He didn't go platinum,
man.
Oh yeah,
Diesel went platinum. Man. Y'all better put some respect on Diesel.
Yeah,
no,
hey, that wasn't just me. That wasn't a shot. I was because I tried to use it last time too. I was like, I'm like, man, ooh.
Man, I might have to think about my 4. I'll probably do Big.
Mm-hmm.
Just based off of you kind of gotta respect him.
Yeah.
And his impact. Him and Pop I probably put Pac as my 5. I probably put. Well, nah, I ain't gonna put Pac as my 5. But Big is my 4, and probably compare him to like. I don't even know. I want to say Shaq, but I don't know how dominant was Big in the 90s. Like when
he was he had a height.
Yeah, no,
His height, he grew.
Did.
He was growing. Yeah, man.
That's right. Because I didn't get a chance to see the impact firsthand, of course. But,
Right.
But I know what it was.
Yeah. No. Dude was in heavy rotation in the 90s, man. You know what I mean? He could do it by himself. I mean, he didn't need, you know what I mean? He didn't need no Diddy.
Nah.
Honestly,
no Diddy.
I wonder what the world would be like.
I was waiting for y'all to be like,
no Diddy. You know
I got it immediately.
he didn't need it. I mean, he really didn't.
No, that's real life.
Because you could have put that dude on any coast from down south, east to west, and he still had a flow.
Yeah.
He still had a flow. You could put a beat with that dude on anything. He still had a flow. So that's good. No,
you know, it's crazy. I think I'm a flip flop a little bit. I'm gonna actually put Nas as my point.
I respect that.
I'm gonna put Nas as my point.
I respect that. Yeah.
Okay. And Nas is gonna be. I would compare him to Isaiah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like he
Calculated.
Just, he just don't care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like his game is his game. You the best. Cute. I'm gonna show you what's happening.
Yeah.
As you can tell from some of his diss records, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Nas would be my point. I will move Snoop to my 4. And I will put Big as my 5.
Okay.
That's well rounded.
Yeah.
That's
Actually, I think I would leave Pac as my 5 because I want my center to be kind of out of there.
Yeah. Oh, he eating glass.
Yeah.
He don't
glass.
care. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Who is Pac as a 5? That's interesting. What would the comparison be?
Who was the biggest bully? It's just somebody who didn't care. I mean, Shaq, but that's just like the most dominant.
I would say this is
Dennis Rodman would be the comp for that.
Yeah.
But Dennis Rodman would be cool.
Yeah.
Dennis
You
Rodman
know what?
is a good comp.
I think that would be a good comp just because of Pac's duality and Dennis Rodman's duality. Dude was you didn't know what you was
you didn't know what you was gonna get.
You was gonna get this dope actor.
They said that with Tupac. You
don't know what you was gonna get. You know what I mean? Dude can show up in a suit, go to an audition, get a movie part, and then spit in your face 2 minutes later and threaten to shoot you with his shirt up.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing with Dennis Rodman. You ain't know if he was going to come to practice, he was going to come in a wedding dress, or if he was gonna be and you just didn't know. You feel me? That's a good comp.
That's good.
That's a good comp.
That's good. Yeah.
That's a good comp.
Hey, that's
okay.
A good
that's funny. That's a good 5. No, that's good.
Now I got to think about how our squads will match up. Now I need to run a simulation.
Yeah, you got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
Yeah.
You got to.
We should. Yeah.
That's real. Yeah.
And then just let y'all, once we do that, Avery put it down in the comments, and then we'll go back and put our 5s, their 5s, and then we'll have a championship, and then y'all can say who would beat who, and then the winner comes out on top of that. Who got the best squad? Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be love.
Don't sleep on Fat Lip. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
They gonna sleep. They gonna sleep on that.
See, and they should
because they don't know. They don't know.
They shouldn't, man.
They
that
don't
shit
know,
goes
bro.
the dopest Ethiopia. Like they don't know, man.
They don't know.
They don't.
They really don't.
They gonna.
That's a shame.
Now I will say this though. Now I'm shocked, especially from this dude over here. Well, could be any of y'all, right? Avery was, I didn't know who Kendrick Lamar was. When Avery started listening to him in high school, I really had no idea. But I'm shocked that he didn't come up in at least yours.
Well, he said 90s.
It was 90s.
Oh, it was 90s.
Yeah.
So
if we're talking,
we're just talking
contemporary.
We're just talking period.
Nah, if we're talking contemporary, K-Dot is my starting point.
Oh, is
K-Dot
is
definitely point.
All right, got you.
K-Dot is
got
point.
you.
1,000%.
All the way point.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And then my shooter would be Eminem.
Yeah, that's
even though he was still in the 90s.
No,
that
bring
man
him back up.
He was still active in the 2000s and now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like Eminem would be my shooter. K-Dot would be the point. The 3 would be Nip.
Oh yeah, that's a good 3. That's Jamal Crawford right there.
All the way.
All the way.
Yeah, that's Jay crossover for sure.
My 3 would be Nip for sure.
Yeah, that would be that. Excuse me, that would be pretty wild to actually have, just an all-time, you know what I mean? Because now we just open up the door to all time.
We're doing all time. Yeah, we have to do all time now. We have to do the starting 5.
Of all time?
Yes.
Oh, that's... Actually, no, that's simple. I think I can just rotate.
And he just rotated.
Yeah.
He actually almost had his.
Yeah, I got 3 that I can imply right now.
Hey, all right, bet.
I would just take Nas out my point and input Kendrick.
Yep.
My 2 would stay. My 2 would actually be Nip.
Mm-hmm.
I would put my 3 would be Snoop.
Mm-hmm.
My 4. Who did I have at the 4 prior? I don't even remember, man.
Who did you have it for? Wasn't that?
Mm-mm.
I think he switched them.
Yeah, I did switch him.
Oh, 40.
40.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so my 4 would stay 40.
40 still in there? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my 4 would stay 40.
Uh-huh.
And then my 5. Damn. That is tough.
Yeah, that's when it
All-time.
gets tricky, yeah.
My 5 would be... Now, this is going to be... A lot of people may not agree with me with this. But my 5 would be Big Crit.
I respect that.
I don't disagree.
Underrated.
Mad
Mad underrated.
underrated. He gonna get boards, buckets.
Yeah.
You just don't know.
Quietly.
Quietly.
Tim Duncan.
Yeah,
Tim Duncan.
See,
Tim Duncan. 100%. That's it. That's
boy,
it.
hey man, hey, you
Yep.
understand?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, no
That's
talk.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Crit
that's
would
funny.
be, and
That's
that's
real.
yeah, man. Even though he ain't talking no music, man, Crit, yeah, he be, real talk.
I'll mess with that. What you thinking there?
Wayne is my point.
Oh damn, I forgot about Lil Wayne.
Of course,
You
Wayne's
should
a
already know
point.
that's what I was
Of course,
going
Wayne's a
for.
point.
All
Yeah.
you gotta do is give him a ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he gonna be all right.
Yeah, he's gonna do something with it. Yeah.
That's it. And then Kendrick is probably my 2.
Yeah. Who's the comp for Wayne?
Probably like a Curry.
I would say
Yes.
I would say
Oh,
Kyrie.
Kai, that's a good
I
one.
know
for him.
Kyrie. I go Kyrie.
Yeah, that's
I
a
would go
really
Kyrie.
good one for Wayne. Yep.
I go Kyrie.
Because Kyrie's a great. I mean, Steph is a great shooter. I don't think he can out dribble and guard like Kyrie or any other points. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. I'm probably gonna eat up in the comments, but whatever.
Yeah, nah. Say it. Yeah. Stand by it. Stand by it.
Stand by it.
Wayne, K. Dot. Who would I put as my 3? I don't know. I probably put Pac as my 3. Just because I need a well-rounded individual. That's probably my team glue. I'm putting YG as my power forward just because that's
You just need a gangster down there.
You need a bruiser.
That's
You need a
just
bruiser, bro.
that's my thing.
Oh, man.
My 5. Who's my bully ball?
Real quick, I think Rasheed Wallace is the YG
Ooh.
for him.
Ooh.
He's
I like that.
That's
that
just
would be-
energy.
Yes.
Man, Rashid's
Yeah.
energy, man, was
Yeah.
just off the chain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mad energy.
Mm-hmm.
Then you might have to come back to me on my 5 because I need
Alright.
a big time for my 5.
Mm-hmm. I feel like yours might be the same as the 90s.
It
honestly.
probably could.
Where's
It
the
probably
difference?
could. I don't know if there's much difference because I don't listen to a lot of today's stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I thought Kendrick, he had songs that I liked.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, because I know there were albums that y'all would just go through the whole album and be like, nah, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was different too. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I mean,
Mhm.
he was completely different, but
Yeah.
mine would be. I mean, it would probably be around the same, man, because it's just like Quick, completely underrated out of the West Coast. He's completely underrated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because producer and rapper that would make his own stuff,
That's
and
real
then
life.
it
That's
met.
true.
It met his own need.
Yeah, that's real life.
You know what I mean? So a player that can meet their own need,
Yeah.
that's a Kobe to me.
Bless him.
That's a Kobe to me. It's just like, no, I'm going to work and I'll just sit down here until I can't move.
Yeah.
My fingers hurt.
The work ethic.
And
yeah.
I can see
Yeah.
Quick's work ethic like that because
Yeah.
dude's got crates. His stuff is all his original stuff.
I
That's
respect
hard,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
He that mentality, right? So
Mhm.
that would be that for me. And I'm not going by the whole, by the, who's running point and all. I'm just going just my 5.
All right.
But Quick for sure.
Mm-hmm.
E40, everything coming out of the Bay when 40 came out, you know what I mean? From Be Legit, The Click, Sugar T, I mean, all of them. I mean, again, that's more like his pep squad, no disrespect to them because that whole family's dope to me. But back then that was the thing, man. And then, I would switch up because there were songs that I would listen to that would just get me hype.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna skip all the way to a 5 where it was just like there was a vibe to it. that it's like it was like Drew Down.
I had a feeling you were gonna say Drew Down.
Drew Down.
I mean, Drew Down was just.
He was gonna come
because
Drew
he
Down.
was just. I mean, it's just like, man, there was something about that. It's just like, man, it's the '90s, and I'm looking at this stuff going, okay, this is just different to me. You know what I mean? It's just totally different. You know what I mean? I could have went Drew Down. I could have went SIBO. You know what I mean? I just got my stuff is just
that whole Northern California.
Yeah, I mean, man,
different.
You know what I mean? And again, I'm born and raised in Colorado. You know what I mean?
I am
so
interested
it was
because quick non sequitur. Northern California is such an area and entity to itself.
To itself,
It's different.
Yeah,
How did you get access to? Did you have like somebody that?
Oh,
was from
absolutely,
the Bay? Like,
absolutely. Well, no, I had people who were just from California that it was just like, because Colorado was like slow, right? Colorado was like stuff hit on either coast.
Mm-hmm.
It fell in Kansas and then it trickled out. You know what I mean? Most people, I don't know. Most people don't know that. But no, Kansas is literally, Kansas, it was kind of the epicenter, like the radio stations and stuff, because what you played in Kansas just kind of grew out.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
And to piggyback off that, like back in Kansas City, where my mom saw it is, like where everybody at. Kansas City is so similar to the Bay.
Really?
You be so, bro. They play nothing but like it's
weird.
slang, like Bay music. What? Different, yeah, bro.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. I mean, all the way up to like Ohio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Those kind of places.
Midwest,
it's crazy.
It's crazy.
The whole Midwest.
Yeah.
But but it was just like homeboys, right? That it was just be like either from, the West Coast and that kind of stuff. I mean, the first dudes who I, came around were from LA. It was just like first time I heard Crenshaw Mafia. Most people heard it on Boys in the Hood. Yeah. I heard it from dudes, and I'm going, dude, what is that? You know what I mean? I was like, I don't even know what y'all talking about. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I was in, middle school going into high school. You know what I mean? So it was just weird to me. But I'm like, y'all, dude, make me a tape. That was when dudes would be like, yeah, I'll bring it to school tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's dope. And it would just have West Coast written on it. It was on a Memorex tape. They pass you a tape, you give them $2, you had your music. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the radio stations here weren't playing it. You know what I mean? But so that's how I found, the whole Bay. And again, that was much later. The Bay stuff was much later. I was almost out of high school by the time they blew up. But a lot of that stuff happened. And then Scarface. Hands down,
me some Scarface.
You know what I mean? And again, being that I have family from the South, you heard Scarface. I mean, people like the Ghetto Boys, but again, Scarface is an artist. Yeah, he's not a rapper. You know what I mean? Dude's kind of like Quick. He's an artist. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and he's these dudes they're like geniuses. I mean, they're like these cats is from the hood, but they're like smart people. Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's where I think the culture got lost because they start looking at dummies. Instead of these dudes who are like real artists. Yeah, it's like that dude's he has a great mind. Yeah. And what they're talking about, So and what am I? So I said Quick, 40, Face. I'm still a Mac 10 fan. Most people wouldn't understand why. You know what I mean? But again, you know what I mean? When Faux Life hit, I was in a space, and we go back to the beginning where we were kind of deep. Yeah, I was in a space where it was just like that entire album was a soundtrack for a summer. Yeah, and that summer was
your life.
It was, man. You know what I mean? You remember who was that? Was it the Bangles that had a song called "Cruel Summer"? Was that who that was? Who sang that song? That was a summer where it was just like it could have went either way. Wow, y'all could be here or not. Wow. That album, man, it was just like, gone. Man, you know what I mean? But again, that's what hopelessness does, right? Right. But anyway, and then lastly, who did I leave off of mine, man? I had Pac on the other one, but if you're going all time, man, I think I would have to put Ice Cube in there. You know what I mean? Because again, another person with a brilliant mind. Not that Pac didn't, but it was just like Cube again, an artist, the people who actually made you think when you listen to their music. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the music, it was either, dude was just like, you either a D-boy, you a dope boy, you a pimp, you know what I mean? Or you're banging. You know what I mean? And it was just like, sometimes you can go through their album and it would like, I like those glimmers of hope in the music. You know what I mean? Back then. There were glimmers of hope when they still had, now again, I would throw some ancillary stuff, a Public Enemy. You know what I mean? Chuck D was hard back in the day. Yeah. You know what I mean? You had all of these people who were like, made you like consciously think, a brother named Paris back in the day. He was these are like FOI dudes.
Yeah.
But that's where my mind was back then, But fast forward to now, you just go, wow, the music.
Yeah.
But that's all it was, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it sets your soundtrack, and some of it led down some weird paths, and then so now I don't listen to as much of it anymore. You know what I mean? So, but now I would say like Dayton, you know what I mean, or Bizzle. Them dudes are like, they can flow. You know what I mean? But again, positive message is different.
Yeah.
Your mind is different. You know what I mean? Your moves are different.
That's real life.
Yeah.
There's no anger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're just when you're at peace, you want to listen to peace.
That's real talk.
You know what I mean?
So I respect that.
What would your all time be?
Yeah, die at 1. That's too easy. Yeah, Kendrick is 1. He's my Kyrie in this scenario. Just versatility. I feel like the accolades for Kyrie and Kendrick don't fully correlate, but the play style, the mind, like that is, I feel like, unparalleled. I don't think anybody else could really compare there. 3K at my 2, 103,000.
It's crazy. I was just thinking about Outkast.
That's on brand.
Wow.
That's on brand for him.
Andre
That's
is
on
hard.
brand.
Yeah.
He's hard.
And you know what? I actually might switch the comp. 3K is more of a Kyrie. Also because of the mind and just being a little weirdo. Like Kendrick is different, but I feel like Kyrie would accept the fact that he's a weirdo, as am I. So I would say that Kyrie and 3K
That's
are
not
the match
disrespectful.
there.
Yeah.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah, weirdo is
love it.
That's not a hard thing.
I love it. And then the comp for Kendrick at point would be someone who can facilitate and also get their own. So probably similar to an AI, but not fully. I'm not crazy about Chris Paul, but I feel like that's similar just because he's short. that's honestly what I got. But accolades wise, I mean, he's an all timer. So I feel like you can't. I don't know. I'm not like a fanboy, but I can't really compare him.
Yeah,
so like that's my 1 and 2. If I come up with a better one, a one comparison for Kendrick, I'll come up with it. My 3 is recency bias. I'm throwing Larry June in my 3, just because you losing already. He's talking about like that's the thing though. It's easy listening. Like it's rap easy listening.
It is. This is your star 5, so don't let me deter.
Hey,
I'm just saying. I listen to Dom Kennedy.
I respect Dom. I respect Dom.
I may get a little flack, and this may go viral, man. Larry June stole Dom Kennedy's whole flow.
To a degree.
You feel me? Like, not saying Larry June is not hard.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
But I respect it, little bro. I respect it.
I get it. I mess with Dom too. I feel like the main difference is that Larry he sings on his stuff. And he's not a great singer, but I love the confidence. Like he be singing, he's on
kind
1980s
of like Gambino,
beats.
right? But Gambino can sing though.
Yeah, Gambino can actually sing.
He do got some hits though. I ain't gonna lie. He got some songs like that. That 91 when he dropped that.
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
He had the Bay in the uproar. No matter where we went in the Bay, it was. So I respect.
So that's my 3.
Okay.
And he can rap on anything. Okay. He's not talking about anything at all.
At all.
So that's a volume shooter that is just producing, and he'll make a lot of hits. Is he winning chips? I don't know. It depends on the team that he's on. But he will put them shots in.
Yes.
JR is my
okay, that's a great comp.
JR is a great comp. Larry June
that's
in this
a great
scenario.
Comp. Okay.
My 4, I'm sticking with a Tim Duncan type player. I really like Big Crit as the example there. I think my example would be someone like, I feel like I need another lyricist or someone who is like that mindset. So I might have to steal Face from you. I might have to lean back to the 90s, but I'm thinking about what I listen to now. And a lot of it is just rap game easy listening. Like they're not saying much at all,
right,
and they don't need to.
Right.
Like,
no.
Maybe it would be similar to a Dom. I like Crit and Face in this because I feel like they both fit that play style. I need somebody like kind of grounded, more like an anchor, because otherwise, like who exactly can pair with JR. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
so I think I'll.
Oh, I hated that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hated that sound.
Avery couldn't stand it.
I
Man, he was
hated
just
that
like,
sound. That dubstep.
That
I
stuff,
hated
man. That
it.
stuff actually moves your matter, dude.
I hated
Yeah,
that music.
That
It
stuff
does.
moves
Yeah.
matter.
It
and have
hit,
you like
that bass just hit so hard.
Yeah.
I hated
for
it.
no
Not
reason.
in a good way.
I hated
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
For no reason
I
whatsoever.
hated it.
Mm-mm.
I hated it, man.
So,
for sure.
what's your 5?
I don't think I have a name on 4. 4 is. This is another recency bias. I'm going back and forth. Like who I really listen to like that? You know, the artist formerly known as Kanye West. I gotta throw him in there. I listen to.
You can't really.
You can't
so much
I
of his
respect
music.
You can't
I
take
respect
away
it.
stuff,
Old
even though
Kanye.
people are.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though
Exactly.
people.
I
lose
like
it,
the
but-
old Kanye. Kanye.
Yeah, like legit. 02 to I'd even give him 2016.
I think Life of
That's when
Pablo
it
was his
ended for
last.
me.
I think Life of Pablo was his last project.
Yeah,
That I was like,
yeah. And the 4 there would be a Rodman.
Mm.
yeah,
You don't know
you
which
just
one.
don't know.
Just mental health.
He can give you
Yeah.
a good game and then go to the casino and be on TMZ for messing with a stripper.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I feel it. That's
Exactly.
right.
Yeah.
I ain't mad
Yeah.
at it.
So
Yeah.
I gotta throw him in there because of how much I listen to him. And I don't as much anymore, but
Yeah,
just Graduation alone, I'm like, dang, this is
the classic.
a really good album.
No, I respect
And
it.
I can't stop listening to it. And then
I respect it.
And then the 5 would have to be Pac. I'll throw Pac at the 5, and that's like that's another Rashid type player.
Okay.
But I don't know. I feel like that's almost even. Oh, I completely contradict you. I said I was gonna throw Tim Duncan in there. Tim Duncan's no longer in there. I don't think. I wish he was. My team ain't gonna win nothing. They just
Right.
It's gonna be a lot going on that team. A lot of personalities to manage.
Y'all niggas is the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, we're just
niggas just doing a whole bunch of tricks
Yeah.
and flips. Nigga.
Yeah. I have no
nah,
idea
but
what's
I
going on
respect
with
it.
my
Y'all go
squad,
get some
man.
points though.
Hey,
Y'all
we're
go
gonna
get
do
some
something.
points.
Yeah, we're gonna do something.
I
yeah.
respect it, man.
So yeah, that's the crew.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So off camera during the technical difficulties, you brought up R&B. So what's
Yeah,
so are we
man.
doing top 3?
Let's do just keep it simple. Top 3.
Yeah.
Do your top 3 like R&B male artists. We can do
So
male and
artists.
female.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
3 and 3. That's
3. Yeah, we do
either
3 and 3.
or.
But let's let we
It can be
yeah,
either
either
or.
or. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, either or, Just throw them in there.
Yeah, top 3 male and female.
Okay.
However you define, like whether it's setting the mood, whether it's the voice. Top who's y'all top 3?
All right. I'll go first. Usher's too easy.
Usher. Okay.
Yeah. Usher's definitely
Usher's
one.
not okay.
Based on my
I res-
age too.
I
Like,
respect that. Yeah.
Confessions came out, I was like 7. It's like, man, this is a really good album. Yeah. Man, like that's what it's made for.
Yeah.
Like, I was listening to that far before I knew what it was made for. But it was, but man,
And
that,
that's-
You really,
And that would be my favorite.
no,
what I
that's it's just good music.
That's-
man.
that's-
I respect that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Usher. Okay.
Oh yeah, and even before Confessions with
like
80
My Way and all that, like all his previous.
yeah, whatever had You Remind Me on it.
I think
it
it was
was like a
80701.
date. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Man, just good music.
I respect
Yeah.
that. Okay.
Good music.
Good music. Okay. Good music. Okay.
Yeah. Who's next?
Just to name one, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess we
just
just
name
name
one each.
just one and then we can just
Yeah.
go to 2 and then go to 3.
Rattle them off. Yeah.
Man, who has that voice for me?
I have one to make you mad, but I don't want to make you mad on purpose. But I'll keep it to myself. You can go ahead.
After we do our 3.
now I want to know.
After we do the 3, I gotta hear it.
Yeah.
We gotta hear it.
Yeah, you
We
know
gotta
you
hear
can't
it.
say stuff
Yeah.
and just leave
Yeah,
it.
no,
You know
we
what I
gotta
mean?
hear
That's not the house we built.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. There was because there's a lot. I mean, I came through you know, the end of the 70s, 80s, 90s. And I mean, there was a lot, you know what I mean? So it's a lot for me to kind of pick from. But if I had to say one, I would say a voice that's just melodic, I guess, that would draw back to, you know what I mean? I would put a Luther. You know what I mean? He would be
Big like, Luther or Little Luther?
Actually, never too much. Big Luther.
There we go.
Yeah,
Big Luther.
Yeah. No, and then you know, and I'm talking like just real R&B, just hitters, man. You know what I mean? I mean, Anita was dope. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, so you're giving us a male and a female.
Yeah, and as male, male and female, and then you know I can probably rattle all mine off because I can just kind of just go through or whatever. Because then there's the groups too. You got R&B groups that were like, oh my God, you know, these are bands that are hard. Yeah. You know what I mean? You know, and then, man, I don't know, like, sheesh, because I can name more than 3. You know what I mean? But,
I mean, at 3, I only did 3 because I feel like we'd be here all night.
We'd be all night. But no,
you know what I'm
Luther, Anita. You know what I mean? And then I'll bring it to current or whatever, you know what I mean? Kind of an R&B soul kind of thing. You know what I mean? I mean, I can rattle off a Jill Scott, you know what I mean? A Tamia, you know what I mean? Dude, there's so many.
Yeah, Tamia's
and you can go R&B. I don't know if they call them neo soul and all of the other stuff or whatever. I'm just like, nah, it just still has a vibe of R&B, you know what I mean? So, and I could even name some stuff. Because again, this dude here, he's, you know, as far as the crates go, as far back, you know, I mean, hell, he'd been even Tina Marie.
I know, that's why I gotta go with my mood right now.
Yeah,
all I listen to is R&B, but I like groups. I probably put Jodeci.
Now see, if we do a group, yeah, that's
easy, I'm always on a cookout vibe.
I'm
always in a cookout mood.
Okay,
so that's kind of knowing my thing. But Ella Mai is one of my favorite artists.
Okay,
I respect that.
Oh, she don't sing about under the covers
and
all that. It's just,
like the smooth,
it's just straight love stories.
That's
songs.
Yeah,
just simple. I don't need all that sexy red and all that.
Yeah,
they be getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
But now Ella Mai be on rotation. I'm all the 90s R&B. I think I have to just group that into one artist.
Just because they all go 90s R&B. Hey man, we love. I'm with you. I love all the 90s R&B, man. That's our era, man. But you can't group them all together, man. They so different, man.
No, you're right. So I go Jodeci. I'd go Ella Mai just because that's just always
your vibe now. Yeah.
I actually like to just group the 90s. What's your favorite R&B? 90s.
90s R&B.
It's a genre.
You know, it is a genre, but you gotta artist. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If you vibing, it's like, you know what am I about to throw on? I would say my top 3 would be Deborah Cox, Tevin Campbell, and then Tyrese.
Tyrese is a great one.
Okay.
Underrated.
Underrated
as a singer. I probably throw Tyrese on my three too. Because I
Yeah.
That's a good one right there, boy. That's a good one right there.
You can always throw on some Tyrese and it's a vibe.
That's true.
Know?
That's true. Yeah. What was his alias? Didn't he have a album as somebody else?
I have no clue.
It was like Tyrese as something.
I don't know.
I ain't never been that deep.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
Was it on some Medea type stuff?
No, he was not a woman.
What was his name?
No, man, alter egos be crazy.
I gotta find
alter
it.
Egos do
alter
it
egos
was
be
great.
crazy.
It was like when Garth Brooks was Chris Gaines.
Oh,
yeah. Anyway,
so is it literally like Tyrese's real name is like Melvin Jenkins? Like Tyrese, it's me, Melvin.
I think so. No, it's not. It wasn't.
If that nigga's real name is Melvin, nigga, I'm about to fall out.
Tyrese as the first thing that came up was Tyrese as Martin Luther King.
I hate the internet.
I'll put Google.
I hate the internet. I hate the internet, man.
Oh
Martin
snap!
Luther King.
He ain't even.
If you know the reference though, I'll just put it on the screen. It's the funniest thing.
I got a feeling you're gonna do it.
Hey, but we gotta
Please
hear.
do it in editing.
We gotta hear Dad's. What's the third?
what
She
was the
said
one
was
you
gonna
was
make
gonna
Dad upset.
Oh, Brian McKnight.
Oh, that nigga.
Okay, man. Well, no, it's funny. No,
I don't
no,
like
no.
Brian McKnight
No,
either.
see,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
now we're going into the real
Honestly,
deal.
he's not even in my 3.
No, now I got to tell the story, right? The reason
Yeah.
why is that you know how it is, and it's just like, and again, I'm a very confident cat. It's called, I don't want nobody to ever think that it was just like on some catty, like emotional type stuff. You know what I mean?
You don't have to over-explain it.
I do have to over-explain it. You know what I mean? You don't know where this stuff is going, man. It was just like, but y'all know me. Y'all know me. Just put it like that.
Oh,
But it was like mom had a dream, like about Brian McKnight singing to her. And she was just like, dude, it was completely innocent.
Yeah,
It ain't like she woke up and was just like, oh my God. No, it was like, he was like singing to me. So now every time Brian McKnight come on and she's singing, I side-eye her like, you singing kind of hard. You know what I mean?
I ain't mad at you.
You know what I mean? I'd be like,
I
why
ain't
you
mad at
like
you.
that song so much? You know what I mean? I'm like, you know what I mean? And then she just be like, okay, you're tripping. And now it just became a running joke. And that's all it really is. And that's the reason why he said, Brian McKnight, and he gives me this look because I do it. And sometimes I go a little overboard because I'll just grab her phone and be like, nah. And I'm like, I delete her whole library. I'm like, nah, you listen to nobody or the library or the Brian McKnight stuff or whatever. But the funniest thing is when we got married, you know what I mean? We actually, with every beat of my heart, you know what I mean, was one of our songs when we got married or whatever. But that was just funny though. That's
funny. But I don't even like Brian McKnight. The only song I like is Back at One. Everything else he has is trash.
You should listen to
That's
the
a
original.
really hot take. That is a
really hot take.
Everything else that Brian
McKnight made is buns in comparison to all the other R&B dudes that were in his class. We're talking about from his era. He was not touching a single one of them.
Dang, you might have to add Babyface.
Babyface is
Babyface was there.
Has everything.
And he was writing for everybody.
And he was writing for everybody.
You have to add Babyface.
And he had his own record coming.
Yeah, well, and again, man, you know what I mean? People's private deeds that have now come public, it is what it is, you know what I mean? But you can't throw away the Pied Piper, man. Dude made some great music. R. Kelly has some great music.
I ain't mad at.
There's no doubt about it. And again, like I said, you know,
we just got demonetized.
Yeah,
our channel isn't monetized,
and we just got demonetized.
But we just got demonetized before we could get monetized.
Dang.
Yeah. So thank you. So continue on with.
Hey man, you can find this on what's the mother website? You can find us on Rumble.
Patreon.
Patreon.
Yeah, subscribe to our Patreon.
Subscribe.
I want a cookie.
Hey, we ain't gonna act like Trapped in the Closet did not have everybody on their at their house. Like what's going on
the edge of their feet?
What's next?
On the edge of their seat.
Between Bridget, the midget.
Oh, damn. Yo, that nigga came out from under that sink, dog.
That was honestly kind of scary. I didn't expect that to happen. I was a little worried. The spatula is my favorite part.
Hey man, there's this video.
Rosie the nosy neighbor.
There was this video online that me and Brittany was laughing at, man, because it's like when your daughter gets older, it was like a running joke where it was a song where there's a line in R. Kelly's Trapped in the Closet, and it was like, when you walk downstairs and your daughter's kissing her boyfriend, in the line, R. Kelly is his homeboy, that brown jumpsuit.
Oh yeah.
He's like, man, would you look at this shit? He's like, man, kissing. He's like, man, come on, bring your ass. In that sense, it's like husband and wife. You come downstairs as a dad, you like, hey, what the hell? The wife look over like, they just kissing. Like, bring your ass. They get up, leave them alone, man.
Stupid.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, you go to all of that, but you go to all of that. It's just like you can't deny that kind of stuff. It's just funny.
Yeah,
it's just funny stuff. Yeah.
They got some bangers.
Yeah,
Kelly got some bangers, man.
But no, man, Jodeci for real. Jodeci was my era, dude. Jodeci was on my pager.
Hard.
Jodeci was on my pager. You know what I mean? And it was so bad to the degree where it would just be like, you know, y'all see the memes now, but that was literally our life. You know what I mean? I was just like pressing play, holding the phone for my answering machine, for my pager. You know what I mean? That was a thing because when you call or whatever, it used to just say "Welcome to Sky Pager." Then you can actually put a song on there, and you can only put like 15 seconds, kind of like a reel today on like Instagram or whatever. But you would like, have like that, 10 to 12 seconds. You know what I mean of a banger. Especially, ain't nobody paging me anyway, but chicks at that time back in the day. But it would just be like, you know what? It'd be like putting Jodeci, freaking you. You know what I mean? And that's what they hear. It used to say, "Welcome to Sky Pager." Now you got Jodeci singing and be like, "Hey, this is Tony. You know what to do." And people just be like, "Oh my God, I love your pager." And then just like, I just wanted to hear your voice. You'd be like, "Dude, you're a stalker. I just want to hear your voice." Be like, God, those days were just crazy. I don't miss those days at all.
It's not a good time.
It's not a good time.
It's not a good time.
Man. Marriage saved my life.
You ain't lying.
Marriage saved my life.
You not lying.
But man, to that degree, man, it's good music. You know what I mean? R. Kelly he is who he is.
Back to R. Kelly. Of course,
so
like we were saying,
R. Kelly is a genius.
Oh man!
But he's a mad scientist, as it turns out.
Interesting way to put it.
Hey man,
that's an interesting way to put it.
Hey man, because who was without sin. You know what I mean? Some greater than others, but it's still sin.
So anyway, my artist is D'Angelo. I got D'Angelo.
Okay,
I see that.
I got D'Angelo.
I found my spot. That's one of my joints.
Yeah, only 3 albums.
Yeah,
really, that's all he needed. Like between Brown Sugar and Voodoo alone, and then when he came back with, came back with Black Messiah and the Vanguard. Like, dude is just a crazy, just virtuoso genius artist. Like. Every instrument, you have no idea what he's saying.
Right.
Like, no, he purposefully, he purposefully
and
doesn't pronunciate.
No, yeah,
which is great. I love it because that's perfect. It's just like an instrument.
You're making yourself sound like a weirdo.
Never said I was.
I love this mumble R&B.
Yeah,
mumble R&B.
Hey, he originated the mumble R&B.
That's wild, man.
Yeah,
that's wild.
And then, women group. I have to do a group because like Coco's dope by herself, but SWV easily just beautiful.
They had a time.
Beautiful music.
They had a time.
Just great. Just high quality singing. Just like this is great singing.
Yeah.
That's why I went with Deborah Cox. Like I think her voice is just it's insane.
Yeah.
And I miss music where they had the riffs, you know what I'm saying? And the notes that kind of drug out a little bit and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, man. They go through their runs, man. You just be like, oh man, you had to like go back and listen again. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Turn it up. That was your part. Yeah.
Yeah, shoot, that might be it. I think I have my thing.
Cool.
Yeah.
You hit your he said the 90s. He just crunched the
90s. It's just one bald dude.
In the 90s.
Just the representation.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Hey, shit, Joe had a run.
Another bald dude, yeah.
You mentioned bald dude,
Also
so I was
90s,
like,
yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, so, Joe is dope. Honestly, my favorite song of his is the Power intro.
Really?
It's so good.
That is interesting.
You don't like This Is a Big Rich Town?
I couldn't wait to hit skip.
All
that
right.
is an interesting.
It's a take.
Out of all the music that man
is very catchy.
Out of all the music that man has made.
Come on, man.
A Big Rich Town is better than all the things your man won't do.
No, but
even Stutter. And Stutter wasn't even that long. And Stutter wasn't even that big, but like.
Or even want to know.
You feel me?
They say this is a big rich town. That's your go-to.
That's your go-to.
I mean,
hey, y'all want to? Hey, put on that.
Right now.
Put on that Joe. Put on that Joe. Hey, we gonna put on that damn big rich. Niggas gonna like, bro.
You know what? I'm standing on
Get the ox away from this.
I love that song. I love that song, and I'm glad that they kept it for every single offshoot of Power. No, but I watched it. I'll tell you, I watched the first minute and 20 seconds. I'm watching that intro.
Yeah,
and then I'll turn it. I like
this
what I
man
like,
said.
man.
Hey, hold on, baby. Give me about 20 seconds. All right, cool. We can go back to another movie. Like, bro, what?
I like what I like.
If that song comes on the bar, I promise you.
My name is my name.
I'm gonna slap you. If that song comes on tomorrow,
no, in my wedding playlist.
I think you should play it and stand over the balcony.
and just stand there.
That's how you greet everybody.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
Oh my goodness, that's
Man,
hilarious.
that is too funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's cool, man, to have these kind of conversations, man. It's like we open up just to have, conversations that may not mean much to many, but these are conversations we have a lot with each other. And then there's some that are just, we get demonetized.
We already are, man.
Oh yeah, I said R. Kelly.
You said it again.
Sorry. Man, come on, man. You know what I mean? Then that means I can't say Michael Jackson.
He got a point.
I can't say James Brown.
He got a point.
That is a good point.
You know what I mean?
I never disagreed. I still listen to Step in the Name of Love.
Yeah, see? You know what I mean? I can't say,
Side to side.
Yeah, this is a good song.
I can't say Donald Trump. Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's true too.
You can't say nothing, man. Everybody's
Yeah,
just
everybody-
bad.
Yeah.
And the people who are sitting at home that are the critics going, that's a bad person. But they the person that's smacking their chick and, you know what I mean, cheating on their taxes as if. Come on, man.
Like cheating on the taxes either now and then.
Let me be clear.
Oh,
that is not the same. What people do, he deserves to be where he is, if that's what he did.
No, that's real life.
Let me make that clear.
He doesn't know how to hog top you.
I'm not an apologist for, I'm actually, Superman at night. I'm like, dude, don't do that to cute kids.
Yeah.
No, that's real life.
Anyway, we got demonetized. Sorry.
Yeah, that's a great way to close.
Damn, all right.
Oh man.
But yeah, man. But again, man, toast to, our lemonade is empty. Lemonade is empty now,
No, we can't raise empty glasses, man, but we
Yeah,
can.
but no, man.
Oh,
we
we are
can't.
tomorrow.
We can't give you all praise and glory. You know what I'm saying, for your big day tomorrow, man. It's gonna
Thank
be
you.
it's gonna be a turn up, man. It's gonna be one for the ages, man. It's gonna be great to see y'all smile, cry, laugh. Oh, that's what we should do. We need to end it, man, like this. I'm taking bets on who cry first.
Okay.
Are we taking bets on us four, or are we taking bets on everybody?
Us four.
Us four. It's gonna be.
It'll be Avery. Definitely first.
I mean, yeah, like in the day, yeah, because we're gonna do our first live together. I'm probably crying.
No, I'm talking about like when she walks down and Pop is up there. I think Pop is going. I think Pop.
He's gonna do a solitary.
I think he gonna do a solid one. It's just it's gonna be that one tier.
Let's all.
Y'all know that cloudy meatballs and that black cop, and he's like,
Yes.
get back in there. That's gonna be dad, dog.
That's his favorite meme. You know what? Get back in there. I'll send him something, and he'll be like, "Oh, thanks, Dad."
I'll cover the spread of the order in which people are crying.
All right.
Obviously, I'm first.
Yeah.
You're second.
Damn. I thought I was at least gonna be fourth.
I was gonna say no. It's Avery, Chaz
But
for
the fact
sure.
that he didn't disagree. I'm taking bets on how strong I can be.
Yeah.
You can't, Chaz. You second.
You can't.
Damn, no,
You're
I
not
think
taking
I'm gonna be fourth. I
He's
think
crying. It's not crying.
That's
bro.
not
All right.
crying.
I'll take third then, because I think Pop gonna cry before me.
Not happening.
Let's say I'm probably not gonna cry tomorrow, but
It'll hit you.
I'm
He gonna do a happy.
Look
He
at my
gonna
little
do a
bro.
happy couple.
Look at my little bro.
It'll
No,
be happy, though.
here's where I'm gonna call it. Right, I'm not gonna drop one. You know what I mean, dude? I don't know, man. It's different, right?
Mhm.
But here's my thing. You two, it's gonna be 1, 2, and then 3. Here's my reason why.
You're last.
I'm not even going to.
He gonna see us.
All
and
right,
cry.
that's a hot take.
That's the.
I'm not
You
even
saying
going
you're
to.
not crying at all?
Now
Not at
listen.
all.
After the reason he about to give us at the scenario, he gonna see it and then he gonna cry.
Yep. Yeah.
So here's
Yeah.
my thing.
I
right?
already know.
No,
You
Yep.
feel me?
here's where this one, and see, this is where he sit over here going, dude, it's not gonna happen.
how am I gonna cry?
Is he gonna tell us how each is gonna happen?
It's gonna happen.
Okay.
Right?
Mine is obvious.
There is a set ceremony schedule.
Yeah.
Right. It's after the nuptials. Everybody's just like, oh, that was dope. Yeah, I mean, we celebrating, right? Soon as he raises his glass to give a toast, tears coming. Soon as he raises his glass to give his toast, he's gonna well up. They may not drop, but he's welling.
Okay.
So that's what I said. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I make
He gone well. He gone well.
I don't know. I got a dance number for my speech.
Oh,
I ain't even talking.
It's interpreted.
This nigga up there mining.
You gonna do the let me hold you?
Hey, we might have to.
Oh man, that is hilarious, man.
Oh, yeah.
But no, man, great celebration, man. I love that. I got my guys with me, man.
Yeah, man.
This has been kind of a long time coming. You know what I mean? Me and Avery, or should I say Avery? You know what I mean? He's the engineer of all of this stuff, man. But to get this together, man, where we can sit down, man, and chop it up, and you know what I mean, and be able to talk about things, and it's only gonna grow from here. I mean, dudes, y'all are all busy enough, but you know what I mean. It means a lot to me. You know what I mean, to have my dudes, you know what I mean, with me. You know
And
what
this
I
is
mean?
when he cries.
And then just
So
to
he's
have
actually
prayers, to have prayers answered. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, you know what I mean. When people, ask, do you believe in God? It's just like, this is proof positive. You know what I mean? That prayers are answered. You know what I mean? When people ask, do you believe in, resurrection? And I'm just like, dude, it's right before your eyes. You know what I mean? You're looking at somebody who didn't think they would see certain things. You know what I mean? So now you look, and you go, wow. You know what I mean? Father of 3 strong men, wives, grandfather. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even have happy tears no more, man. Now I have a warrior spirit now that just draws me to where it's just like, now I'm just like, hey, just want to slay dragons. You know what I mean?
On top of that mountaintop with that lawn chair, just looking over, just like,
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel that. I
Ain't nothing like it, man.
I respect
Ain't nothing
that.
like- Look.
I respect that. My eyes, dog. Y'all think y'all funny,
Yeah.
But no, man, good stuff, man. Any parting words, man? Y'all want to, give to Abe, to yourself, to shout out, babies, or shout me out, or
I'm gonna say,
Just ask for a shout out.
Shout me out.
Wait, no. Y'all didn't see that. You have Alright. 1, you asked for a shout out. 2, you forced me into dab. Like, bro, straight up grabbed my head. Like,
hey, you gonna shout me out, bro?
And then forced me to dab him up.
I didn't force it.
Hey, that's how being in foreign countries, man. They will run up on you, bro, and force you to give them something, man. You feel me? That's hella funny.
Well, all right.
You know, it's that dude that think he funny, he laughing, and he looking for somebody.
So
that's
yeah,
funny,
all of
man.
the above. Yes, a shout out to you, Pop.
Yeah, nah.
If that's what you wanted.
For me.
For me. Oh, what do you say? Happy birthday,
homeboy.
homie.
Yeah, for me.
Oh man, I love y'all, man. That's love. That's love.
Shout out to all y'all. Man.
Yeah, nah. Shout out to all y'all.
Yeah,
for
And
sure.
the toast will be our toast. That's likely when I will cry. I think I don't know. I'm already crying.
Y'all saw me at my wedding. Y'all was giving. I cried at the altar. I cried when y'all was giving y'all speeches to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was a nervous wreck, man. You know what I'm saying? But that was all happy though. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
that was like, damn, like there like people say, when people say like blood is thicker than water, like I like that's an embodiment, I think, of our relationships, no matter where we strayed,
Right.
and where we've ended up, and you know what I'm saying, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why tomorrow, man, it's just another chapter in the book, man.
Yeah.
Actually, not even a chapter, bro. I think it's just another page. You feel me? Because I think the chapter's still going. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
man,
That's real.
yeah, we're gonna turn up tomorrow for
You
sure.
on deck, shout it.
I know, man. Right around the corner.
I like it.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
I can't wait till this come out. The comments gonna be like, so did he get married?
Yeah, when it happens. But no, by the time it drops, you probably already will be.
Hey, yeah.